Now, whether you like to look at this as helping your kids to stay in bed or stop them from waking up too early, anyone with young kids knows that they have this desire to wake up at the unbelievably early hours of the morning, and they don't know any better, so they get out of bed, come in, and then wake you up as well. So I'm going to show you guys a little trick on how you can at least help your kids understand, give them a little tip that maybe it's not time to get out of bed yet, and mommy and daddy need to get a little more sleep. So to do this, you're going to need a color light, a motion sensor, and a HomeKit hub. This is going to be using automation, so you do need that HomeKit hub. For my purposes, I'm going to be using a Philips Bloom as well as a Philips Hue motion sensor. Let's take a look. So in step one, we're going to first create the scene that we want to use. So yes, you could absolutely control the accessories directly. Don't do it. You will regret it in the future when you're trying to figure out why something is happening. If you use a scene, you'll be able to see what scene is enacted, and you'll be able to just access this stuff a lot easier by adjusting the scene itself, so you're kind of decomposing your automations from the actual actions you're going to be taking. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to choose the Philips Bloom here, so Micah's Bloom, and I'm going to go tap on that, and I'm going to edit the color and make sure it's a big solid red. I.e., don't get out of bed. Really important, right? So my daughter knows that if she wakes up in the morning and the light is red, red means stay in bed. Really easy to understand. You don't need to tell time, read a clock, read a watch, any of that stuff. Red means stay in bed. Pretty easy. So in step two, we're going to create the automation that we want. And we're going to do that based on a sensor detecting something. So that when the motion detector, when she gets out of bed, she gets, wakes up in the morning, starts to move around, detects motion there. But we only want it to kick off in the morning. So we're going to go into the time, expand that, and say it's only going to be happening during specific times. So I don't think she's going to be awake more than 5. So I'll do maybe from 5 to 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is a fine time to wake up in the morning. Maybe not for some people, maybe not my teenager, but it's good enough. When that happens, when that activity happens, we're going to go in and we're going to say, I want you to enact, I want you to have the staying in bed scene and turn that scene on for me. And I want you to turn it off after maybe a minute, right? So I don't want to leave the red light on the whole time, blinding her when she's trying to get back to sleep. Maybe she wakes up in the middle of the night, goes to the bathroom, maybe, whatever it happens to be. So at least, within HomeKit, we have the ability to turn these things off. So it turns on for a minute. She gets, goes, hey, red light, I need to go back to bed. She goes back to bed, sleeps for another half an hour. And then she comes back out and wakes up again, and look at that, it's still red. Time to stay in bed, right? So it's a nice little message that's really easy for little kids to understand. What do you guys think? Useful, not useful? Is this something you use in your house? Do you think that your kids would stay in bed if the light tells them to? It's not going to work on all the time. It's not going to work against nightmares, but it's at least an indication when you're trying to get your small children to stay in bed when they wake up far too early in the morning. It gives you maybe, a few extra minutes of sleep. And as any parent will tell you, a few extra minutes, that's priceless. Likes are always appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, if you've got any comments or questions, please paste them below. You know what to do there. And if you want to learn how to make your house just a little bit smarter with Apple HomeKit, please do me a favor, check out my Udemy course. It would really help in supporting me to continue making these videos. Thanks.